about?
Well, where this stick, the resonance for this stick, comes way back for us in Bloodwedding, when we years ago now that we wanted to use this. Talking about this, the slash of the knife, this cut, and so we put this. We just had an empty space and we put a red line through it, very sort of John Conklin line, red line, and we had this red stretchy material, and so we played. We actually with white
quite a bit.
We played with it quite a bit with students. We tied it up, and we stretched it and pulled it. The problem is, when you add the theatrical element of time to it, with the materials that we had, we spent too much time with it untaught. Getting it to the point where it was taught. Which, if in some sort of in a photograph, of the model of it, and then it would be here, and then the line would be here, and then the lines would be. We'd add the lines, and by the time you get into the forest, there's lots of them, and it creates all these different spaces. So in reality, it was really tough to sustain the power of that gesture when you saw it most of the time. This little soft piece
but that seems to me to be a solution of a chorus. More like your plain people are always attached to the line, so they're the ones who keep it taut when it's not, or it goes away. I mean, with a stick, right? With that stick, you can't it can't really get off stage. The stage is too big,
right?
But if that stick were actually soft, right? So it's stretched taut, and then it crumples away, and you pull something down from above, or it crumples away stage right, and then it pulls out again stage left and goes up. Like you can do that with cloth in a way that you can. And
absolutely, totally. I mean, in a sort of an elastic line.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that
totally get it. That's that's great. That's awesome. That's now we can get it from all the way from stage right to stage left, and it can be that it is a absolutely beautiful, viable.
You just don't think you can pull
idea.
it off.
No, we've tried. We don't have the. We don't. I mean, I'd love to find out what that material was that they used, because I just think it's a little bit more sophisticated than the. What was it?
It was spandex.
I thought it was spandex.
Spandex.
Elastic.
And the other thing was that it curled. You had it, to have anything with any sort of girth to it. It as soon as we stretched it, it curled up, and so you had these lines that got thinner in the middle, and it just
it just did not do it.
It didn't do what our popsicle sticks or our or what are the things that we use, the fuzzy pipe cleaners. That's what we use.
Oh,
red
pipe cleaners. That's right.
And the red pipe cleaner actually wound up in Mikado.
Right. Of course.
Right? We had it. We created it, and it sort of went in the box, and then we pulled it out, and it became the worm that surrounded the chorus. And so we never throw any of these ideas away. Yeah. But with this, it was, for now, it has been an exercise in what is essential to create that first image, which is we need the work of art.
Right.
I
think we want
the line.
The line.
Whether it's metal, wood, whatever.
And also a line that has an end, two ends, that you can't do with cloth.
And a contemplative seating thing,
right?
To sit and contemplate the universe.
Right.
Can you create the pyramids of Giza with
just
what's on
what
stage
you have,
and introduce nothing else?
Right.
When we get to the point where we can no longer manage that, that's when we would open up.
We'll introduce other things.
So that's where we're at now. We're just trying to
see if you can do it with just
how many places can you go to, and how dynamic is that barrier to creating the here and the there. I guarantee you. I mean, I'm with you that it's much more dynamic in this space, in this scale.
Right.
You know what I mean? That stick is pretty thick.
Right.
Right. I mean, I totally get that, but I think inviting the audience on a journey that they know why the piece is there, not just that we decided a line, but that it's there for some purpose, that we then manipulate that purpose and move it
that it has a beginning and an end.
I gotcha.
Also, it's.
You mean because it'll go back to being.
Yeah, I think it's very important that you see the beginning or the end of the piece in many instances.
So we never really leave the museum.
Yeah, exactly. So that it can become that barrier.
You have to look with the viewer. She's making eye contact. She's so funny. She's not even speaking in Spanish.
I know,
Not even
right?
in
This is actually
Spanish.
another reason I came in here. I responded to... I
Well, we'll
responded-
say goodbye for now.
Okay.
So, okay.
Bye.